And the Seattle
I ain't got no touchdown. You talking about the team got a touchdown. That was rushing.
But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a set.
Dream killer.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
What's your tag?
We go from Seattle. Feeling about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
It's still Tyree. I think.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater.
I see a Seahawks.
He's going to air it out right away.
You playing the Bengals?
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Yeah.
Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Defensive end Joey Bosa, make sure that your eyes go to him every time he trots onto the football field. A tremendous player, one of the better technicians at defensive end in the league. He knows how to get to the quarterback, but he also has tremendous presence that allows other people to shine around him.
They run it here with Edmonds. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do? And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
I know, man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. from the shotgun. It's Bridgewater. He's got Jack Doyle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That was Smith.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Draw play, Edmonds. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there.
Yeah,
he ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
I was wondering about Shaquille Griffin's hand on him. That's probably why I said that, because I saw his one hand. I might have just verbalized it, but I was wondering.
A blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Lets it fly for Thielen, and that'll be incomplete. They took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for. And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd down, Johnson steps away to his left.
Here it goes.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dez Bryant there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Found out I got an underrated secondary.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a throw here to his running back. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Ready?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a first down. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing. Bridgewater. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
That's great from Adams. Find out my secondary underrated.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Bridgewater. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with a field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And Thomas has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking to throw, Johnson, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Johnson from the gun on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Johnson now from the gun. He'll throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Johnson operating from the gun. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Johnson being chased out left. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let me get Gordon one more game,
after
and
a
then he
good
might
run
be
by
on the
Zeke,
trade
another
block.
1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Matt Breida.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Behind Zeke.
They'll run with Elliott. Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
Well, that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and 5. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Matt Breida there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Come on, I feel like Mahomes.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They run the counter. Edmonds. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd and long for Bridgewater.
Patriots need it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They didn't call them boys up. Said they didn't have a chance. They still Patriots. No way. This nigga reverse field, man.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's crazy.
And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed.
And that's what we saw there.
Big return after the long missed field goal.
And then you hit L2 again, he'll bring it back
up. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's supposed to make it run fast.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offensive coordinator saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action. Bridgewater. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edmonds. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, they run with Edmonds. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Crabtree has it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Left side, Doyle with it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Will be towards the bottom of the barrel, and the Ravens will be towards the top.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
In fact, the Ravens probably going to beat y'all when y'all playing.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's caught by Treadwell. 23 yards on the play. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
An old man is a very, very fickle man.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? This
will be taken in at the 1.
Patriots.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
I don't know what none of these teams is, really.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run the two-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And they can start for
Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Bridgewater, and able to find Dorsett.
Pittsburgh.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they like to go for 2. To the air again with Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shoot free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Trying to see if anybody in my division won.
A first down carry by
Papers hadn't played.
And he was able to shed the tackle with the reserves coming in for the stop. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Washington. Teddy can go to Washington and start.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
You did that?
So the victory here for Seattle. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. It's good to have football back, isn't it?
36 yards.
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Not about
you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys.
The game over.
First whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason.
Yeah, I just looked up there and it was 7 minutes.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I'll cut the
It's in nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, nigga. It's in the sliders, nigga.
Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in 3s, wins come in 2s, cash comes in 1s. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a
Are we
cruise.
gonna make this trade or what, dog?
Okay, 30,000.
Yeah, you do it.
Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the efforts in a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I'm a trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Hey.
You can do better this year.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees.
It still say 1 free. That's not what's supposed to say for a quarterback.
You say what?
I can't use my X factor. It's like it's a 90, but it still says like 1 free. That's what it's supposed to say for running back. There we go. Who's gonna be the first one to crack on the trophy?
Yeah, I can't change my superstar.
You want me to change it, see what to do?
I can't change it. It's all good.
Did you get it?
Did I get what?
Your superstar.
It say pro read, whatever that means.
No, like go back. You can it tell you what all that do. Click on it.
Click on what?
Click on your player.
Oh, develop pass rates, earn superstar and zone. Yeah.
And go to ability.
Where you see abilities at?
Hit
Kid
L1.
Zeke deep again. It's a coach.
Oh.
You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With that, we're off to Pittsburgh for the home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't even know what pro read is.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen. They go play action here on first down. Got him in, complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams...
It's caught at the 10.
My God, bro.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. The second-year man for USC, this is Ronald Jones. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Jones Jr.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Who he play for?
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line.
Vontae Adams.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
All right, Patriots will be a legit team.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw. Johnson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Johnson. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
What makes you think Pittsburgh had to get defense?
He's going to get his catches.
They
so
got,
if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Johnson. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Driving down the field.
Here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Oh, Lord, Nico.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with the score already on the board?
Without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped. Others say, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
We play the run.
Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams split plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Hey man,
and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script.
They keep running that ball.
Stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And now it's 3rd down. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact,
and no big fumbles too, man.
To come away with a loss.
You get sacked, quarterback let it go.
Looking to throw. Johnson,
I don't like that.
The open man is short. It's complete. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries for an even 100 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there. It's a first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now Johnson throwing on first down. A dump off to Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Stop.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Johnson on 3rd down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Hey, it's all right. He got to develop.
Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, man. How is he missing these tackles?
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Shit.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Johnson now on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he finds his tight end Graham.
Over there?
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Johnson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
A dump underneath to Jones.
Oh,
good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Okay, you seen the last episode of All-American?
Yeah. He quit.
We're going to look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. The throw right sideline here is complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up there for third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the race. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32.
I thought Justin Tucker played for
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows to see what they decide to do.
And able to get this.
It's Justin Tucker, dog. He's a kicker and a punter.
Across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's him.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere. He'll lose about 3 on the play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Johnson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Johnson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DJ Chark, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. This could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Come on, 70?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And they take a knee. So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
9-10.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Yeah, he dominant, man.
And they can't stop that read option, bro.
Now Johnson looking to throw on second down. And Graham's got it complete.
What is that?
And
He
he'll be
caught the
taken
ball,
down,
then they
but
hit
not
him, and he
before they work it
like he
across
jumped.
midfield.
That's
a gain of 20 and a first down.
Animation too, man.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
Yeah,
they can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage, they can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They go to Elliott again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Johnson. The connection made. It's Graham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot better to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
There you go, bro.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Johnson off the bootleg. They'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Very solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman. Able to get a hand in.
Partner, we've been lucky enough over the years to watch Richard Sherman work out in practice, training camps, and I always come back to one thing. The intelligence in which he plays his position, because he knows what he...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself.
He's better than
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Oh, we got tipped by the imaginary man.
Johnson now to throw on second down. That one completes Elliott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Looking to throw. Johnson, he's going to loft one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones.
Oh, they
taken down before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you come up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Allen's throw is complete. Some strong running at the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket. Reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Just went over 100-yard pass.
From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Man, tight ends can't do that.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores. They have to try and make something good happen.
Knock the ball down.
Your tight end knocked the ball down.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get this run past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
We turned into the defender. What's wrong with that?
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they...
Man.
2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. After the sack on 1st down, Allen, Snead's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Allen. He's got it to Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
What made it so funny was like the second pass
on the team analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Nigga beat me, dog.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
You ain't on my schedule, nigga.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away.
You allowed too many points, nigga.
Man, that thing hit the crossbar and went in. You said what now?
Said you allowed too many points, nigga.
Hey.
Oh man, I made a kick the other day, man. They said it was no good. I couldn't challenge it.
It's good, and the ball game has come to a close in the